Welcome to Focus in Finance. This is Shirley Luu, your host. You know, the month of July has been so exciting, but I am so excited today because I have one of my sister in here.
Yes.
I tell you, this lady here, she's international speaker, she's author, she's well known throughout the entire US of A. I went to her name is Rhonda Inwood, and you're about to hear a little bit of her background. Rhonda, when did you and I meet? I'm trying to remember.
I think we met in person for the first time in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. And I think the first time we just kicked it off.
We totally did.
I know. Oh my gosh. I am so excited, guys, because you know what? She is incredible. You know, it's not every day in life that you find someone that's very incredible, successful where they are. But you know what I love about her? I love about her is that she's so humble. So can you tell them everything about you, please?
Everything?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we don't got 12 minutes, but anyway.
Well, as you said, my name is Dr. Rhonda Inwood. I'm an international speaker, keynote speaker, best-selling author. I'm an advocate. I'm on the board of directors for NAMI, Prince George's County, which is National Alliance on Mental Illness. And my focus is in the sort of mental health and wellness arena, particularly for women in underserved communities.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see what incredible work that she does, you know. So, you know, the things that she does, I want you to talk a little bit about on that piece of it, you know, and how she's helping the community, how she's helping individual, and how she's helping corporation. So she's well-known, sought-after speaker. And, you know, by the way, she knows laws, too, a little bit, you know. So you better be careful, you know. So, you know, I just happened to, you know, connected with her. And then, of course, some of the piece, of course, all of you know that I very particular when it comes to finance matter and all that. And that's how we're incorporating it, you know. So, Dr. Rhonda, tell them a little bit about from just the mental piece, on the mental health piece of it, components, what's happening, you know, with when dealing with people and the economics, folks, things that's happening right now that is such a need from your perspective on that.
Right. Well, there's a lot of things that are going on. You know, I think a lot of people are going through a sense of loss. You know, there are people who are sort of losing their loss of stability and comfort because there's so many people who are, you know, maybe being let go from their place of employment. There are people who are trying to figure out, you know, how am I going to maintain the stability of my business? Or, you know, maybe they have nonprofits and they're having challenges getting the funding that they're used to. So in so many different ways, you know, there are sort of, you know, economic challenges going on regardless of your background, socioeconomic background or where you are. I think it's sort of affecting people at all different levels, from the classroom to the boardroom. And so what I've noticed is that the other day I actually went to there was a political sponsored event where they had, you know, different companies from the community, and there were a lot of college students there. There were CEOs of companies there coming to meet them. What I noticed, there were a lot of companies, and for each company there were like hundreds of people. So what that let me know is, wow, there's, I think, more job seekers than there are actually jobs. And so I was there just to provide support, you know, in the terms of, you know, people may be losing jobs or in fear of losing their jobs or their livelihood, may have difficulties, may have challenges with, you know, maybe feeling a little bit of sad or anxiety and things of that nature. So it was kind of there to provide some hope, you know, letting them know that, you know, this probably is something that's temporary and that it may, you know, turn around very soon, but to kind of, you know, keep the spirits high.
So she's trying them, helping them with mental health wellness, health wellness, all those advice. I'm in the money wellness.
Yes, and they're connected.
And, yeah, you know, and I was with the mayor of Baltimore last week. Oh my God, there were so many people at the job fair that were looking for opportunity. When you said they're concerned because they're concerned about a couple of things. Number one, the health insurance going away.
Yes.
And if your health insurance and you got laid off, guess what? They may be offering them what's called COBRA.
COBRA, right.
And COBRA is outrageous price.
Super expensive, yes.
It's super expensive. So I'm just trying to rescue them. Don't do that!
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Where I can help you. But that's one of the most important things that they need to understand. There are a lot of options available out there.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm so glad that you joined forces with me so that we can bring this education on the masses.
Absolutely.
You know?
100%.
And then guess what else is happening? So you got the health insurance going away. Then they said, okay, you know what? I was working for a company. The company gave me free life insurance.
Right.
Now the life insurance out the window.
Yes.
But then guess what they were offering them? Oh, well, you could continue on, but you're going to pay X dollar amount. And then there's another problem. Some of these people, like, I'm looking at them like 65. Is it? I got a health condition.
Right.
So what does that mean when it comes to health insurance if they got a health condition?
Absolutely. And so you hit the nail on the head, Shirley. I went through a lot of those things. I stepped away from my corporate position. Now, when you think about when you're working at a job, you have job security. You typically have a payday every 2 weeks, that direct deposit. The company sort of many times subsidizes your health insurance, helps you with your life insurance, and also with your 401k contribution. Sometimes they match. When you step away from that, whether voluntary or involuntary, all of those things become unknown areas. And then you start to feel, okay, well, how do I replace that? And that's where a lot of the anxiety and the unknown come in. But then that's also where you come in, because you can help people sort of, fill those gaps in those areas.
And you know what? I think one of the reasons why you're successful at what you do, a couple things is number one, I think you have a compassionate.
Yes.
It's one thing seeing and all that stuff. Sometimes you walk through the minds. You've been there, done that. Therefore, you can tell them your stories.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Right.
Yes.
So compassionate, understanding. You've done that, and I think more importantly, I think your belief. You believe that one can change their lives where they are today.
Yes.
If giving the right opportunity, giving the right circumstances. But no matter whatever you do, whatever path you and I take, my earlier guest talked about 3 things that was important, and I added the 4th thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You want to hear that one?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing she said is basically, you got a plan.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't care whatever it is that you have in life, you got a plan.
Absolutely.
Okay. If you retirement, you got a plan for retirement. If you plan to have a family or get married, you got a plan for that. And right. So the first thing is we got a plan, and the second thing is that you got to find a partner or the right way. Okay. So to help you go along the way, or maybe a company or an individual, a consultant, or it doesn't matter. But you got to have some kind of partner or someone basically giving you guidance in that plan.
Absolutely.
Right. And the third thing they kept talking about was, you got to have a budget. That's a budget. Okay, that's in money. And they say, yeah, well, even if you plan for retirement, you got to have a budget. Or if you plan to do certain things, you still got to have a budget.
Yes.
You want to buy a house, you got to have a budget.
Yes,
You want to go on vacation, you got to have a budget. It doesn't matter. You want to find the right person, you got to have a budget. Right? Okay, the criteria is he's got to be this, and this, right?
Right.
So no matter what, you got to have some kind of budget. But the 4th thing I added was the execution.
Yeah, that's true. You can't. It's no point in having all of these things and you don't have a way to move them forward.
Exactly. When you're going to do it? Maybe next year, maybe the following year.
Right. A lot of people say one day or someday. Those aren't things that are on the calendar.
Oh, you're right. And oh my God, it's incredible when I have people say, well, I'll get to it. Okay, you get to it. Either that or what they'll say to me, if I ask them and say, okay, how much money do you want to make or how much retirement you want to have? I don't know, guess. And I'm like, guess, because everyone has such a different lifestyle of what they're accustomed to, of what they want to have.
That is true, yes.
I know you have one of those classy girl lifestyle.
I'm trying to keep up with you, Shirley.
Dr. Rhonda and I always have such a fun time when we get together.
We do.
For some reason, we just kind of click, huh?
We do.
Yeah. And so, I'm proud to say that Dr. Rhonda is going to be instrumental in helping me opening some of the doors in connection and also partnership with Shirley Luu Associates as we've mentioned this new area of the finance world and the health. And I think health and wealth and all that goes together, hands in hands.
Yes, I'm excited. About it. What's to come. See, we have a plan. We have a partnership, and we have a way to execute. So
that's right. And it's going to be so fun because a lot of more events. What I'd like to do is probably upcoming real soon on the next couple episodes. I'm going to be doing a lot of local events in the DMV area, and I would love to invite the audience there to be able to come in and participate and have a fun time with us. Just last week I had like 3 events within 1 week. I thought I was going to die here, but
that's a lot.
So it is a lot, but with her help now and with us capacity, bringing really good folks, and I think bringing these kind of education to the masses out there, And one of the things that I think you want to share with the group is, sometimes some of us feel at time where all hope is lost.
Right, exactly.
Or you're not sure. Remember, everyone has a story. For those of you who know my stories, my husband passed away, left me with 3 babies with no life insurance. So through that struggle, I had to find my way. And sometimes when you're calling, when something happens to you, doesn't mean that's defining, the worst case in your life. Maybe that's defining your destiny, where you need to be.
That is true. No, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
And from, your backstory, look at where you are now.
Yeah.
Like, to be able to pull yourself up and, not sort of just let things go, but, you said, okay, this is my situation now. What am I going to do about it? So again, having a plan, executing on that plan. And now you're in a position where you can help other people, which is amazing.
And I'm excited the fact that you're going to be a part of this with me. We're going to be on this incredible journey together. We're going to find things and help a lot of people out there.
Yes.
We're going to rescue a lot of folks, for those who want to be rescued.
Yes.
It's kind of like you're at sea there, you're drowning guy. We're coming with a lifeboat.
Yes. And a life jacket.
And a life jacket. Some of you may go on my boat, our boats.
Yes.
Some of you may want to wear my life jacket and all that. And so that's what's so neat about and what we do, being able to bring these kind of things. So I'm going to have her on a lot more shows in the future. You're going to be seeing a lot more of her, because I love seeing her. She's beautiful inside and out, as you can see, And so, with that being said, any final words? How do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so anyone who wants to connect with me, again, my name is Dr. Rhonda Inwood. My website is drrhondainwood.com, and you can reach me on all social media platforms at, you guessed it, Dr. Rhonda Inwood.
Yes, and you, of course, I'm Shirley Luu Associates. You can Google our company, and my direct hotline is 703-608-1203, and I've got an incredible team of folks standing behind to support you in any way you ever need. And it doesn't matter what it is, guys, okay? So until the next time, remember what I always say, we rise by uplifting others.
Oh, I love that.
So
yes.
next.
100%.